The views and opinions shared in these videos are based on our guests' personal knowledge and experience. This content is for informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal or professional advice. The person who was inside, deceased, wasn't found until 3 months later.
Trauma scenes and unintended deaths happen on a weekly basis. I think we want to help people. And when a family can feel the help, then they open up and the trust starts. We've run into horrors where someone's passed away, where we have to attack the biohazard first and then clear it out and get the space ready.
It might be a little bit heavy, the conversation, but it's real things that we've encountered in our profession. So thank you so much for meeting with me.
Yes, absolutely.
Stephen. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you do with Remedy Restoration?
A little bit about myself. I've been helping folks for over a decade now. I started in the nonprofit industry. For about 10 years, I helped nonprofits save money on unemployment taxes across the nation. Mm-hmm. That kind of led to the position here where I'm helping communities, I'm helping real estate agencies, I'm helping families get through tough times when there's a real biohazard there.
Right. So I met Stephen actually through some of the properties that I've worked at. In fact, I think one of the most challenging ones for me was a house that he helped me with in San Mateo County, in which the person who was inside, deceased, wasn't found until 3 months later. So some of the areas that we work on as a team is he helps me come in and take care of the homes after the body has been removed. And that's part of our, at least for me as a probate real estate agent, I deal with that often where someone has passed away inside of the home. So for us agents, we have to disclose that within 3 years. This is something we're talking about when someone has passed in the home here in California. But it does come with a lot of emotional, like an emotional baggage, our jobs. And him and I shared a conversation recently and how passionate we are about working with the family and making sure that they're getting the best services when they're going through such a challenging time. So I think the video today is not going to be, it might be a little bit heavy, the conversation, but it's real things that we've encountered in our profession. And I wanted to come and meet with him because he is an expert in this area. So he'll tell us about how he helps families in the space when he's coming after with his team to do the cleanup after.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you are a partner in Remedy Restoration.
Yes.
And how long have you been in the industry?
I've been helping communities in the Bay Area for 4.5, going on 5 years now.
Nice. Yeah, good. So tell us a little bit about your role in handling these type of matters, or when do you come in? When does a family or an agent or someone reach out to you to help them with the property?
Essentially, it comes in through a Google search or someone that knows of our work and what we've done in certain areas. And essentially, the initial phone call is, hey, we have a situation, whether it's a trauma scene, whether it's a unattended death. They need me to come in and take a look to see what it's going to take to get this space back to a healthier situation where folks can come in, where family can come in and look through items. But the initial phone call just comes from either a Google search or just word of mouth, really, of all the work that we've done.
Right.
Yeah.
How often does this happen? Do you have work every day?
Trauma scenes and unintended deaths happen on a weekly basis. So we're cleaning up spaces like this every single week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. So when a loved one passes away and the family members are not sure, where do we even start? Of course, like I said, the body was there. At this point, it's been removed. Mm-hmm. What's the first step, or what do you do with them to start the process?
Well, initially, when I get on the phone with them, I think them knowing that there's a real person helping them, it goes a million miles. There's many times where they've called multiple people, and by the time they get to me and we're done with our conversation or midway through, they feel the comfort of help. There's someone here, there's a real human here that's compassionate, that knows that we're going through something, and that's when the trust opens up and they know that I'm here not to make money, but I'm here to help. We're a business, of course, everything comes with a cost, yet they don't feel that. They feel when they see a genuine person and a genuine team coming to help them out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is usually the reason why I call you.
Exactly.
Because I know, for example, one of my clients before calling you, she had reached out to a different company that said, okay, minimum is 10,000, regardless of the scene and what they need to cover. And it was a very hefty price
Right.
for someone who hadn't even seen the scene. So,
And I think that's some of the differences between us and the rest of all the competition in the Bay Area, is that they're looking for the highest dollar versus I'm looking to help. And when someone can hear and see that, and actually just hear that over the phone, they're not even seeing me in person. They're just hearing my voice and hearing the compassion come through the phone. Then they know, okay, I found someone that's going to help. But I think we want to help people. And when a family can feel the help, then they open up and the trust starts.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, can you please tell me some of the services that your company provides?
Essentially, with biohazard remediation, we provide everything from the trauma scenes, unintended deaths, rodent droppings, odor removal, hoarding. I think hoarding, it's a big service. It's something that we provide on a weekly basis as well. And really, we've gone into hoards where someone's passed away. In the hoard, where we have to attack the biohazard first, and then clear it out and get the space ready for sale or for family to move in. So hoarding is a big service we provide. I mean, essentially anything that's above a MAID service, they're going to call us and say, hey, you guys are equipped, you're trained, you have the professionals to come in and clean it. And nicotine washes, meth cleanups, things of those natures, we come in and clean up.
Wow, you do it all.
Do it all.
And for hoarding situations, I actually come across that very often.
Nice.
I think people, at least when they hire me, they're embarrassed because it could be their parent who passed away and was a hoarder, or
Yes.
I've had, I don't know if there's a term for this, but secret hoarders, where people never invited you to their home, and then you realize when they passed away the reason why is because maybe shame or other things, but they were hoarding.
Right.
So it's very common.
It's very common. And that embarrassment is real, because that's every conversation I have with the hoarder, with the family, specifically with the family when we come in. No one knew that the situation, they did not know that their sister, their uncle, their aunt, their grandma, they were hoarding for 20 years.
Exactly.
And when just the amount of disbelief a family has when they see it, and then need to call someone and say, hey, we need help, we don't know what to do. That, I mean, building that trust in that light is also important as well.
Absolutely. One of the situations that I encounter is like someone was collecting disposable bags from the grocery store, like bags, and like room full of bags, and then more bags. I'm like, whoa, it's a lot of bags. So yeah, it definitely does happen.
Yeah.
And it's, I think for me, it's very sad because a lot of people just don't know what's going on with this other person. Clearly, there's something going on within them.
Yeah, mental health in America, there's a lot going on there.
Exactly.
But yeah, just imagine if you found out your sister or your mom or your dad, they were a hoarder after they passed away, and you can't even ask them a question about, hey, well, why didn't you call? It's always the idea of they didn't reach out. If they would have called me, I would have come and helped them out. So the embarrassment is real, and the help is real too when it comes to hoarding.
Yeah. And something that I tell my clients is it's nothing to be ashamed of, right? We're here to support and help you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you. So can you please tell us or walk us through a project as to when you start the project, when you're called and you have that conversation with the family, you provide that support, and then when they hire you towards the end, like what is the actual stages?
Well, essentially, the first stage is the call. So I come out, I offer a free consultation. No strings attached. I mean, it's me coming out and seeing it in person. There's two things you're kind of knocking off the list. There is seeing something up close versus a picture, because that goes a long way. You want to see it, but also building trust, seeing the person, looking them in the eyes, shaking their hand, and letting them know, again, this is just my big thing with how I approach it with my team and myself, is that we're real people, that we're here to help. It just, when you know a real person is there, no matter where you're at in life, when you know someone's real and they're helping you, your guard's let down, and you can there's freedom in the moment to be who you are and get the help that you need, because you knock down those barriers.
Exactly.
And then it's coming out, getting an estimate ready, going through the estimate with the individual, and when we got the green light, setting it on the calendar to however many days that we're going to be there, having the crew checking in, opening up every job with my lead technician, so there's no street, there's no areas missed, there's no miscommunication. We can walk through together. Everyone's on the same page. The crew gets through, takes care of the job. Every project has speed bumps, so you're adjusting, you're pivoting, making sure that you're still being there for the customer and getting the house to where it needs to be. Then doing the final walkthrough and seeing those smiles and the folks being grateful in every aspect of what's going on, because they look at it and say, this is not the space that we had before. That goes a million miles for the work that we do.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you also work with insurance companies.
We do.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that, because I know that was new for me when I started. Normally we reach out to you and then you reach out to the insurance company. And
specifically it's for unintended deaths that happen in a home that have the coverage. But yeah, that we try to make that as seamless as possible. If it's covered under a home insurance policy, we have a few documents signed and then we take it from there. So that way there's less stress for the individual. We'll deal with the adjusters. We'll make sure all the measurements are right, pictures, all the documentation is there for the adjuster to have. We have those conversations and the negotiations with the adjuster. And then all we're waiting for is the deductible to be given to us, to the family. And we try to make that as seamless as possible.
Absolutely. Can a family call you at any point? I know, for example, I talked to a family in which there was some residue of the person who passed away in the bedroom. The body has been removed, but they have not cleaned out the surface or the area. Can they call you even if it's been a year after?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's done right. Yeah. Whenever there's a biohazard there, we'll come take a look. We'll take care of it. Things happen, and we know that.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. And I know I have seen where families come in after your work is done and they're deeply grateful. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So how do you coordinate with professionals, whether it's attorneys, real estate agents, or other people that call you to ensure that everything's a smooth process? Because I know you have to get a signature from the actual party who is involved, right?
Right.
So how do you communicate with us?
It's whoever's, we have a point of contact, so that more than likely will be the family member. But in our system, in everyone's system now, you can have multiple contacts in there. There's notes that you put in to know, like, hey, this realtor wants to know this, or this person needs to know this. So everything's laid out. So whatever I need to find out from a lead on a project, whatever the situation is, finding something, measurements, whatever's going on, we can note it. They know to let me know so I can reach out. So it's really just being thorough with being organized on that job site for everything that you would want, that the customer, that the homeowner and the family wants, and that the crew has to do.
Okay. Yeah. But you do need consent from the person. How do you decide who's going to give you consent? Or can you tell us about that? Who do you get the job from?
It usually it'll be first of kin, it'll be the power of attorney, it'll be the trustee. And if all those aren't in place, and if the realtor is a trustee, then it's the realtor. So it really depends on whoever, when I'm in the conversation, you guys tell me who's going to give me the A-OK, and then I take it from there.
Sounds good. So tell us some of or experiences you've had. Have you ever had any challenges? Like, what are challenges that come up, or if there are any that people should be aware of when they're going through this?
I think the biggest challenge is emotions, is trying to help families maintain the emotion while we're in the project. It could be before, during, or after, but a lot of emotions are going on. And I think having a good crew, and then myself knowing people and knowing the moment and reading the room, it kind of helps diffuse anything that might pop up or any stress. But really is trying to control emotions in a project like this, because no matter what you're feeling about it, everyone's going through something, whether it's you trying to sell the house and get it ready, whether it's the family going through the pain of losing a loved one, and then the crew and the stress of the job, how deep it is, all the tasks that they have to get through. I have everyone going through emotions at once. So it's really maintaining all that to let everyone know that we're still a team, like we're here together and we're approaching this as a team, and we'll complete it as a team.
Absolutely. I love that you mentioned that, because also in my profession, I work with multiple people and everyone has something going on.
Yes.
And I know it can get a little bit chaotic and stressful for everyone. So it's like, how can we get this work done together to make sure that we have the best outcome?
Right.
And you taking the leadership on that, because I've seen you do that. So I appreciate that. Do you have any memorable stories that you can share with us, whether challenging or really positive stories or situations that you've encountered? This was perfect or this was not ideal.
I mean, on the good side, on the I won't say the good side, but the good side of what we do. I don't. A lot of them mix together, but I think the idea is that seeing a family member, a loved one, smile, see them react to a space that they didn't believe that we can get this back into what looking normal and for it to be safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff. I try to hire people that want to help and that feeds them. That joy of helping somebody and seeing that joy from them, that feeds your inner person.
Yeah.
Because you can't help people and look for someone to pat you on the back or go post it on social media and say, hey, look at me. It's about the person on the inside, the person that are helping, that you're getting that from that individual.
Exactly.
So on the good side, yeah. On the flip side, there's some rough situations, murder, suicides where no matter what you do, you're left with something. Like you're left with the scar of a memory of it. You're left with the scar of the emotion of the person. Seeing a mother break down because her son died from an overdose, like seeing the pain in the mother's eyes, those things don't ever go away too. But it helps you go home and appreciate your loved ones, appreciate your little guys, squeeze them a little harder, just because you've seen the other side of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's really beautiful, and that's why I love my profession as well. Because we get to help families that do need our services, and I believe that we're kind, caring people. So not only do we provide a service to help them go through this process, it's we actually really care about what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything that you would recommend to a real estate agent? I'm speaking about that because that's my profession. In regards to working with you, like, have there been any challenges in working with agents or anything that you would tell an agent, this is what I would like from you? If they're coming in to work in the probate field and they're going to be working with you, is there any advice that you would give them?
I guess the best advice I can give, that's a tough question. Because I've gotten nice, wonderful people to work with. I've gotten the other side of it where they're really hard-nosed on who they are and what they want, and they think just because you're a biohazard team and you're cleaning up a biohazard that you're lower than them. So you're dealing with, I deal with emotions all day. So you're trying to read the room and be professional and always look at the end goal, which is helping and getting the job done. Getting the job, just getting the job period, but then getting the job done right. Any advice? I mean, it would be just be kind. I mean, it's really hard. It's a deep question. It's really hard because there's so many different personalities that come with your position. And no one's right, no one's wrong. There's no judgment there. Everyone's going through something in life. I get it. I think that's why people enjoy working with me, is because I get it. Like, I get you're going through something. It's okay.
Yeah.
I guess just be kind. Be kind to your biohazard cleanup crew.
Yeah.
Because we're already going through a lot, and I think it's misplaced of where we're at versus where they're at in moments. Not everyone, but that part of it you can tell when it's in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kindness.
Yes.
And we could just have in all areas.
Yes. Yes.
Whether you're the client or the agent or the attorney, your team, I think that's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
And will make everything better for everyone. But I have dealt with agents that even treat me that way. So believe me, I've seen it all. We deal with people like that all the time. So it's important for us to stay focused and to stay grounded and to remind ourselves, like, kindness is the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah, in my
Yes,
opinion.
ma'am.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about your business or anything that you'd like for us to know?
I mean, at the end of the day, the services that we provide is a need for the community. I mean, I have a lot of experience in sales. I've been helping nonprofits for many years. All those combined has helped me be successful and enjoy where I'm at now. But the need is there, and the need is there, and we're here to help. Remedy Restoration East Bay, we're here to help. We're here to help you when you're at your lowest point, whether it's you with the client or whether it's the individual, directly. We're with people at their lowest point, and when we can bring them up a little bit, and we can't fix it. We're not going to fix the pain. We're not going to be able to take what happened away so they can not think about it. What's there is there, but to be able to help just a little bit, just that first little push of good energy, I think goes a long way.
Absolutely. So how can people find you, or what's the best way to reach out to you?
The best way to reach us would be Remedy Restoration East Bay, our website.com. Our phone number, 510-274-1548. That would be, directly to me. You can find us on Google. You can read our 88 reviews, 5-star reviews. I'm very proud. Since I've been on board, we've gotten 88 reviews and all 5-star. We're never perfect, but I tell the crew, you always put your best foot forward every day. You're not going to get a bad review.
Yeah.
That'd be the best way to reach us.
Absolutely. And we're going to share your information down in our video.
Nice.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me.